if it's not set up in campaign level, account level target ACoS value. And it's decide whether it's a well-performing campaign or worst-performing campaign based on the last 30 days ACoS value. So, for example, I, by the way, informed the team regarding this bug, so they are planning to update it soon. So let's take this one for example. The campaign's ACoS is 15%, and let's assume that it's in the last 30 days ACoS. And the target ACoS is set for like 35%. It's below than the target ACoS value, the actual ACoS of the campaign. So which means that this is one of the well-performing campaign, and every time the performance-based budget rolls around, it increased the budget of this campaign like some certain amount of it's not that much high, but it depends on the performance. Like again, if there are too many gap between the actual ACoS and target ACoS, it behaves differently actually. It increased if it's like more percent than the campaign that has the close ACoS value to close with the target ACoS. On the other hand, let's take this one for example. Let's assume that this campaign's target ACoS is also 35%, but the actual ACoS is around 70%. So the system thinks that like this is one of the bad performing campaign in terms of the ACoS, and it reduced the campaign's daily budgets. Again, very slightly actually. We recently analysis the taken action regarding the performance-based budget rules, and we observed that the system basically tends to reduce the daily budget in overall accounts actually. So which means that when it comes to increasing the budget, we are behaving more conservative, and we are planning to change this behavior because we have a concern that what if system increase the budgets like drastically, and in some of the accounts there are budget caps on account level in SPIN campaigns, and unfortunately Amazon does not give this information to us through API, so we don't know the budget cap of the SP campaigns, and we are afraid to access this budget cap due to the budget increase rules actually. So that's why we plan to increase the budgets like more conservatively. But right now we know that we can change it because we have a plenty of room to increase the budgets of the well-performing campaigns. So we also have a documentation regarding the budget optimization. This one is for the performance base. As you can see, each campaign has the same budget, daily budget, and the green ones are well performer and the red ones are bad performer. So the system basically does not take any action in the standard performer. It chooses the standard performer based on the campaign level target ACoS. And it compares the actual target ACoS with this KPI. And so for the well-performing campaign, the system increased the bid budgets, and for the worst-performing one, it's reduced the budget some percentage. As you can see right now, we have budget allocation system that's cited in this document, but unfortunately, the allocation does not work. Okay, we have $5. We reduce $5 from this two campaign, and we have $5 to distribute this well-performing campaign. It's not working like this. But again, maybe we have some different solution for the budget allocation. We are planning to focus on the spend allocation, by the way, because sometimes the campaign budget is $100, but it spends only $10 daily due to the low bids. So we are planning to overcome this kind of difficulties at first before we set up this new system for spend allocation. That's basically how can I tell you about it again? So these are for the performance, the inventory-based budget rules. I'd like to check the runtime actually for budget rules, but I think it was weekly, or maybe in 3 days. I'm not quite so sure about it. Probably the product team can provide better information. As far as I can see, there is no information about this scheduled updates regarding the days, the frequency of this job. So the other budget rules is inventory-based budget rules. By the way, if the system reduced the budget for looking at the performance, it's not revert this action if the campaign's performance is good. It increase the budgets if this is the case differently. But in the inventory-based budget rules, if it's reduced the campaign's budget due to the inventory, if we have enough inventory after that, the system set the budget in the previous value, like as the system starts to decrease it. Actually, it set the initial budget as a new budget. Okay, so the inventory-based budget rules basically takes into consideration the account level. How can I find it? Store level settings and school level settings as a days of inventory. And under the pricing management, for example, if I select store level settings and if I go other pricing settings and inventory protection trigger, you can see that days of inventory amount. So this can be customizable. Customer can always update, or TPC managers or brand managers can always update this value by discussing it with the client. And this indicates that I'm talking about the pricing. If the account have for some product only for 3 days of inventory, the system basically started to increase the price of this product to prevent the out of stock issue. Like very similar to this approach, we done it for the campaign's budget, because we don't want to over advertise this product and to prevent the out of stock issue. We only need when it takes to replenish these products actually, like how long does it take? In this case, it's basically 3 days, but in default value, it's 7 days actually. We can update this basically in product level. Again, if there is not any update in the product level, the system set the store level days of inventory value for each product. Okay, so let's assume this one, for example, but we don't have any stock. So let's filter inventory status. Let's say the available stock we would like to see. Okay, so right now we have 21 available and 2 FC inventory. And let's assume that the sales velocity, let's assume that this product on a daily basis, like sells 10 units, okay? So right now we only have a stock for 2 days, right? But the days of inventory is 3. So the system thinks that this might be a critical value for this product, and it started to decrease the daily budget. It depends on the how far the available inventory are, how far for the days of inventory, the total days of inventory, of course. If they reduce it by taking the gap between the actual available inventory that I left after if I stay like in this sales velocity, and sales velocity will also change every day, so it calculates the how much inventory that I have to before I run out of stock. And again, like if I have only available stock for one day, the system set daily budget of these advertised products campaign to one. If this product is a single advertised product, we don't have any issue because, since we have only one day of stock and we don't have any inbound inventory, etc. or etc. It's normal because very soon I probably run out of stock and I don't have enough inventory to promote. So setting daily budget to $1 is a good way to prevent overspending, actually. But on the other hand, the system also takes the inbound inventory into consideration, and it started to reduce budget by checking this kind of things. The idea behind is that, if I run out of stock for 1 month, my campaigns are basically started a new learning phase that Amazon actually informed us about it. And my best-selling rank has dropped, and I need to improve my organic ranking again if I replenish my product after 30 days of being out of stock issue. These are the things that we don't want to face with, actually, especially as an advertiser, because it's affect our campaign performance. So that's why we plan to maintain the remaining budget by reducing the campaign's daily budgets and bids. We don't want to sell the all inventory like in one day or something, even if the products are well performing and it sells itself, because customer cannot have enough inventory for replenished. So this might be the case. We need to maintain the remaining budget actually wisely. And we also have another toggle here, inventory of FBM SKUs tracked. So for example, in this store is activated, we highly recommend to activate this feature if you trust your FBM inventory, because in some cases, customers can share this inventory with their other e-commerce channels, such as their websites, such as maybe for Walmart, the other markets actually. And we sometimes see 1,000 units with the available FBM inventory for some SKUs, but the customer told us that the half of it belongs to their website. So in that cases, we cannot predict the actual available stock. In this case, you can toggle off this feature. But for the rest, so it's beneficial for you to enable this toggle, because as an available inventory, if this is the case, as an available inventory, the system takes, let's assume that this is the FBM SKU for that item, okay? So we calculate the available inventory by adding 21 to 30, which means that we have 51 available stock. We also take the FC into consideration, 51, 55 available inventory it makes. And like I mentioned, the days of inventory is 3, and the total unit of sales of this product is 10. In this case, I have 55 available inventory and I sell 10 units per day. So which means that I have 5 days of stock and my days of inventory is 3. So I don't have to worry about my budgeting. So the system takes this kind of things into consideration in this case, if I enable this toggle. And It's not related to the budget truth, but we also have product pause enable feature. It also considers the inventory level of the product before it decides to pause the product. The most important thing is that the system pauses the product the advertised product I'm talking about based on its inventory. If the inventory level is if the available inventory is zero. So, for example, in some of the product, let's assume that So, for example, I don't have any stock for this ASIN, right? For this ASIN and this SKU. The system, if this is the case, check each campaigns and found this ASIN that advertised and pause that ASIN from advertised campaign. Because we usually see that like the temporary out of stock icon or the out of stock icon on ad console, and sometimes we don't see the image of this. And we received an error on console actually. So we thought that might be a good idea to pause all this product and also system check whether we have any inbound or FC transfer or available stock of this product every day so that it reactivate this ASIN when it's replenished. One of the feature of this product pause enable is this one. It checks the inventory, and if there is not any FC inbound or available inventory of this product, it pauses this product from the campaigns. And if the stock has come, and the system reactivate this ASIN from the campaign. And the other one is it's also check the performance. So, for example, under one campaign, not every product is working good. So let's assume that expand ASINs. Let's take this one, for example. The target ACOS is 45. If there is only one advertised product in this campaign, so this is not a good example actually. Let's check this one, Zelda game. It also has one advertised product. And leave it at one. Yeah, that one, for example. The campaign's target ACOS is 40%. And let's assume that there are products that have spending over some certain amount, not $9, but it checks the pricing of the products and compare it with the spending. And the system basically pauses this underperforming advertised product through campaigns, in campaigns. And also, if it has a spending and if it has an order, checks the performance of this advertised product. And if decided like this product is not working good under this campaign, if this is the case, the system also pauses this one in the advertised campaign actually. So it omits the low-performing products and it leaves the system, it leaves the whole budget to invest in the well-performing product actually. We don't recommend you to use this feature if you have like single advertised product structure in all of your campaigns, because we observe that the system pauses the advertised product. For example, that one, it paused this one, but the campaign is still active. So we are also planning to solve this issue. Also, if your client has only one product to advertise, it's better if you don't also use this feature. because you can always pause the worst performing campaign rather than pausing the advertised product. The idea behind is that like we would like to spare the daily budget to the well performing products and let these worst performing products run better in different campaigns. Obviously, it's not working here in under this with these keywords or with these mesh types, etc., etc.